so he can get just so incredibly shit-faced and
Those are the
hurt.
days, man, where it's so different than just like watching a bunch of games at your house, you know, and just like following along, which is very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
Yeah,
but
dude,
but having an experience like going to a place like Miller's Field where there's just so many other people, there's TVs everywhere, like you're just so out of like your normal comfortable element that it becomes something else.
Oh, it was an awesome.
Yeah, you get beer towers involved. There's like all of a
They're
sudden
good food,
bathrooms
like
become unisex, even they're not supposed to be.
well, that's I mean, in my defense, I had one of two choices to make. I could have turned right or left.
You didn't know which way you were turning, bro. You were ridiculous.
Whichever knob opens.
You were like John Travolta from that movie. You're just turning in all directions.
Yeah, probably.
Fast and the Furious?
No,
I'm kidding.
Pulp Fiction or whatever.
Yeah.
Just turning around.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't that slow though. I'm pretty sure wherever I was going, I took immediate race because I didn't even make it to the toilet. Right? Like I just went for the fucking sink and just immediately just projectile.
You know why you did that? Because you've done that before. You usually go into the women's bathroom and puke in there. And
I go into the bathroom to puke.
You've got away with it, so you're like, I'll just.
I've only got
challenge now.
Excuse
me, miss. I'm going to the powder room to puke my guts out.
Excuse me. Yeah. No, I've only puked in one women's bathroom. I would say the other one that I was pretty upset about was the pissing in the alleyway. And Nick, I'll never get over that.
Yeah.
You piss in the alleyway, Nick?
No, I told him it would be okay. I'm like, okay, just piss here, and then
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna keep an eye out for you.
I was on watch, and one guy, I was like, oh, he'll probably be fine. So that one guy, once he walks up to Brian, freaks the fuck out.
What the hell?
And he's like, I fucking live here, motherfucker. Like, what are you gonna do now? Caught you red-handed.
Got you red-dicked.
In your hand. And Brian just started freaking out, and I'm like, oh man, the one guy.
Oh my god, why does this guy care so much?
Because I guess people have been pissing on his property.
But it was just like, oh my god, dude, you're supposed to let me know if anybody is coming. Like
one guy
not like the one guy, and it just so happened that the one guy that you ended up leaving is the absolute one guy we didn't want to fucking have it see
immediately.
Mr. Anti-Dick over here.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that was
cool, bro.
Yeah. What do you have about exposed penises?
Excuse me, bro. I'm just trying to be free, free the dick over here. There's with free nipple campaigns, ain't the free. Yeah, no.
All right, we should probably curve this back to the podcast.
Well, what exactly is it that we want to talk about on this podcast?
There was no agenda.
We had a list. Somebody gave us a list.
What list?
All right, so fuck the list.
John
right now, hold on. First things first. Let me. All right, so I'm looking at my grinder. I've got like a tiny little bit. That's not really positive. Are you guys eating gummies or drinking some booze? Obviously, you said you were.
Pre-roll. I'm
smash. Wait. Revision.
Nice.
Revision. And it's something sandcastles. Smashing sandcastles.
Boom!
That's a cool name.
I'll take one drag.
Take a couple drags.
Smashing sandcastles.
Feels good. You should. There's only a couple left in it. Take a couple more.
This is the end of me, man.
Well, this is the end.
The end.
The end.
Sean.
My only friend.
My only
friend.
Pon just driving home.
Wait, Sean, you have to drive home tonight?
I have to drive home tonight.
There's only.
No, I'm not driving home tonight. I am not driving home. I'm sleeping over for sure.
There's a bed already made. Him and Pons are gonna snuggle up in it.
Perfect.
Siobhan's out of town, so this is just perfect timing. The fact that Siobhan and Tina are out of town at the same time, unrelated, is just
it is kind of nice. Now wait, so Sean, for you to get to Nick's, and you're still in Midtown, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hefty drive, I will say.
Like 2.5 hours or like 2 hours?
Well, traffic was way worse than expected, so it did end up being about 2.5 hours.
Okay, so what would you say if you thought it was like a normal or even like a lighter traffic day?
It should be like an hour and 45.
Okay, so it is a little. So it is definitely a nice distance.
Traffic for sure, bro.
Well, imagine if you were going up to like.
I'm trying to get
like,
that kind of an idea.
Like if you were just going to downtown Los Angeles.
That's, I would say, on the nicest of days.
Like 2.5 hours, right?
No, dude. On the nicest of days, I've made that in like an hour and a half.
So I think it's
Like if there is dude, if there is no traffic, like 4 or 5, like something, some random time, like on like a Sunday or something, you're going at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Nobody else is on the road, dude.
Yeah, and that's how it's going to be tomorrow morning when I take off. Should be about hour and 40 minutes or so.
That's not too bad. And then hopefully get on home and be able to like relax for a Sunday. I don't. Well, I'll save the football talk for whenever we hit the record button. But
ready. Let's hit the record button.
Yeah. All
well,
right.
I'm gonna start packing this little thing right here. I do have an ice cream cone sitting in the refrigerator. So I mean, I have.
Why would you have ice cream in the refrigerator?
Yeah. What does that have to do?
I'm sorry,
with the
freezer. Wait, what does that have to do with what?
The record button.
The ice cream cone?
Yeah, is that more of like a deadline to we got to get this shit done, or is that just more of like a hey guys, be jealous of my situation? Because I am.
No,
I am.
No, I'm not trying to make anybody jealous. I was just trying to put like like all the items that would be necessary to complete a quest.
I love that. I love that. We're about to do a little podcast, and you're just like, oh wait a second, guys, inventory check. I have ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Ice cream cones.
Ice cream cone. Is it like what kind of ice cream cone are we talking about? Are we talking about a drumstick?
Yeah, it's a drumstick, but it's a special type of drumstick.
Like a 3-layer, like vanilla chocolate with nuts.
Okay, well, we're gonna go. Okay, so Nick's gotta plug his ears for a second because there are some dangerous materials on this.
But that's how drumstick is.
Seriously.
That is how drumsticks is. However, it gives me hope that we could create a drumstick that would be similar, and it would work for Nick. Because what this company does,
there is a drumstick.
Why would let's
what
not
this
even
company
call it
does,
drumstick. Let's call it vegetarian stick.
Let's call it dumb stick.
It's gonna be called a nutless stick.
It's gonna be called a dumb shit.
Let's call it a bum
So
shit.
okay, so you guys know so Nestle is the one that makes all the ones that everybody usually sees. When people think of drumsticks, they're thinking of the Nestle like covered in peanuts and chocolate and everything like that, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. So this is Vaughn's. The signature brand. They're you know how Vaughn's or any of those stores, Safeway, they all have their own version of stuff. So this is a Vaughn's ice cream cone. And the funny thing is, my dad and I tried it just because it was on sale one day, and we discovered that these things were like 100 times better than the Nestle ones.
What? Why?
The reason why is because they don't only put peanuts on the chocolate coating.
Which is smart.
They put crushed up waffle cone.
Oh my god, that's fucking genius.
So, and Nick, I'm sorry, this is the part you won't be able to participate in, but the combination of the walnut cone and the peanut and the chocolate, just the salt and the sweet and the crunch, it just, woo! I mean,
Man.
It's pretty goddamn amazing. So it gives me hope that maybe we could come up with they could do like a waffle cone-ish type of thing for Nick that would be chocolate and ice cream and waffle with no nuts. So it would be safe.
Oh, god damn it.
Sean.
That was my fault.
Sean.
You're like knocking on the door.
Sean
I
pounded
pounded
on
the
the
table.
Oh, hey.
In hallucinatory jubilance.
For
Yeah.
sleeping
I-
on this
fucking cone.
I'm here. If room.
Hey,
I'm all completely caged on.
Come on,
Watson.
Hey, come on, lay down. Let's go. Come on,
Watson.
lay down.
That's enough, girl. Thank you.
Lay down.
Thanks, girl.
Jesus.
All I have to. I'm quietly.
Good boy, Moose.
Yeah, I'm quietly secured in my room. The dogs are away. All I have to do is knock on my desk twice. They will be barking for the next 15 minutes. My dogs.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Guarding.
I'm not doing it. I'm like tapping on my desk with the tipsies of my fingers.
Okay.
And packing this.
Getting tempting fate here.
Okay, so now that we've gotten over the ice cream cones...
Wait a second, we have not gotten over the ice cream cones. This is what pisses me off about you not having a good webcam, is that I can't see... What is this crushed... Like, I mean, imagine a cone with so much stuff crushed on the top. Like, oh my God.
I will say this. It's so deceiving because you don't see it. It looks like a drumstick.
Oh,
we
wow.
bought them. And we were just like, okay, it's a variety pack, right? Chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and one with a caramel center. We're like, oh, okay, it's all like straightforward and basic. We open it up, okay, straightforward and basic. We take a bite, and immediately it's just like, oh, that ain't no fucking regular drumstick.
I wish that was the commercial right there. It's just like two regular people eating a drumstick, and then they're like, "Whoa, this ain't no regular drumstick."
That ain't no regular drumstick. Dude, this is why we should be advertising Kings. I mean, it just sounds just too easy.
I mean, that natural reaction.
Yeah, exactly. You just take the natural reaction, and that was my natural reaction. And dude, yeah. So I've got a chocolate ice cream cone sitting in the freezer for when I need a little bit of sugar.
Nice.
Perfect.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. But before I do, I need to get stony for that. And for that,
get ahead, bro.
Yeah.
We're already there.
I know you. Well, you guys have already been doing a little beer ponging and drinking, so
and barbecuing.
Well, I don't see how that's gonna.
Ooh, those chicken fumes.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So go ahead and get this going.
Yeah. While you get yours going, I got a question for you, Brian. Have you watched Watchmen on HBO?
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't actually seen all too many new shows. Actually.
Okay. That's okay. I just started watching that show, and I'm 3 episodes in, and I think it's fucking amazing. And I'm just like I'm trying to find somebody else that has seen it so I can talk about it.
Yeah, I actually don't. There was one person at my old work that did watch it, and he was saying a lot of good things about it. But I know 1 or 2 of the people behind it are one of the Lost people.
Damon Lindelof or whatever.
Well, exactly. But I haven't seen it, and I don't really know. I did see the Watchmen movie, but I don't really have much knowledge on Watchmen. So I think, and I've heard that it doesn't really require any either. So you can go in pretty.
I know nothing, and so to me, it's just like, holy shit! Whoa, wow! Whoa, holy shit!
Yeah, there have been a few of those shows where that's not been the case. Like my dad and I ended up watching The Witcher with what's his name, Henry Cavill, on Netflix, and that was not easy. For him to get through like the first run around, because that was like, it really seemed like you needed some background context, because they just threw so much like shit just like right at you, and it feels like it's almost everything is just flying right past you. I mean, it was good, I enjoyed it, but even still, it was that was a tough one. That was a tough one to get through. So it's good to have like shows that you can really get like wrapped up and sucked into.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks that everything's been like fucking shut down. So
I know.
There's not been really anything worthwhile. At least nothing that I can think of. Nick, there hasn't been anything that you've seen, is there?
What?
Shows?
The shows to watch?
I mean, I've seen that show Cursed, and I started The Warrior Nun, and I also started.
Oh my god!
What else did I start? The Warrior
My
Nun, and then there was another one, The Umbrella Academy.
Okay, my dad started every single one of those, and we both came up to the same opinion that every single one belonged on the CW.
Yeah, I'd have to say. I mean, but fucking, I like The Witcher better than.
I like The Witcher better than all of those.
Anything I've started.
You know what I did hear?
I liked Cursed. That was kind of CW, but
yeah. That just felt very CW. I was having a hard time I came in and out of that, and I just was just like, okay, this actress, she just looks like I would see her in a CW commercial.
She's on the 25 Reasons Why or whatever.
Oh God! See, I just don't. People told me about that show. They told me about a lot of other shows. I feel there are some people that recommend like some real trash, like the 23 Reasons Why. The pitch was, oh yeah, it's this great show about this like girl who ended up like killing herself because of like all these really fucked up things, and it's just like, wait, hold on a second. This is supposed to be enjoyable. This goes on for a whole goddamn season.
Did you say killing herself?
Yeah, that doesn't sound all that appealing. When my sister and her husband tried to sell me and my dad on Orange Is the New Black, and it was just like, well, as much as parts of it seem somewhat intriguing, it just seemed like a lot of realistic drama. I guess
I tried watching that with Tina for a little bit. And then it was just a lot of fucking lesbian chicks getting down on each other.
A lot of lesbian drama.
I'm like, come on, babe. Like, what the fuck is this? And she's like,
Did she enjoy it? Did she enjoy it?
I think that one girlish, super hot chick, whatever dude, is in that movie or in that show, and all the chicks like him.
Super girlish, hot chick dude.
Yeah, she's got the shaved head on one side, and
she's
got short hair.
Yeah, she? I thought you were talking about a guy.
Are you talking about Ruby Rose?
She looks like, yes.
Dude, Ruby Rose is fucking hot as fuck. I don't know what you're thinking.
So, like, she's a fan.
Oh my god! I don't think she looks. I mean, I guess she has the tomboy look, maybe, if that's what you want to call it, with the shaved head. I don't even think it's like, you know who she like the look is for me.
Is that what you were saying?
Is that who you're talking
about? No. What's the name?
Sean. Shut up, Sean. Sean's like, is that what you're saying? That he pulls up.
Wait. Who did you pull up? I want to see who you pulled up.
No, he pulled up some fucking wine glass, and then he's like, oh.
This is what I pulled up.
Like, damn it.
I don't know if you can see that.
Like, that's Remy Rose. Okay. Oh, that's like a wine flavor? That's hilarious.
I was like, wow, nice bottle.
No, dude, ruby, like ruby, like a ruby.
That makes a lot more sense.
Dude, she had, to me, she had the Ripley look, the fucking Sigourney Weaver like shaved head Ripley look, but she was hot.
No, like all chicks would like get down on this chick. This is like, she's like the Mecca lesbo.
Oh, I probably agree with that statement too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought like the few things I've seen her, because she was in something else that I saw her in, and I don't know. She just seemed like a regular actress.
Well, I mean, you're watching a bunch of regular actresses get down in prison. I mean,
and that particular show.
About. Yeah.
And that particular show. Yeah.
She's been in. Let's see. Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, Pitch Perfect, John Wick, The Meg. That's probably Orange Is the New Black. Yeah,
it's probably the John Wick. That's probably what it is. Dude, have you guys seen any of those?
I've seen the first two, and I thought they were like entertaining.
Okay, yeah. That's all. That's all I thought they were. Just a little entertaining. Not really expecting all that much. And dude, the third one, it's exactly the same shit. Dude, you can watch the third one like all the way through, and the funny thing is, the way it ends, you're like, my God, they could milk this franchise for like 20 of them, and they just keep making them the same way, and there'd be no problem because there's nothing really wrong with any of them. There's nothing really fantastic about them either, but it's just...
Yeah.
One thing that's weird is, so Keanu Reeves looks like a young... Well, not young, but like just, I don't know, like... He doesn't look old in John Wick. He just looks like a middle-aged, like kind of younger middle-aged dude. And then in the preview for the new Bill and Ted, he looks like a fucking old man.
You know why?
No, I don't know why.
Dude, when was the last time that you clean shaved your face?
It's been 8 years, honestly, and I'm scared to do it.
Dude, do it. Do it, and you will get your answer right there.
I don't know if I want to see whatever skin is hiding.
So what you're gonna see, dude, when you shave I ended up doing it like a couple days ago, and I was going full grizzly. Like I hadn't shaved it.
What? I want to see Brian full grizz.
It was too late now. I didn't take any pictures. It was like fucking 3-4 months, like no shave, dude. It was fucking disgusting. I mean, it was full on beard status. It was great, crazy. But when I shaved, what I saw is.
What did you see?
You're a lot fatter, like in places than you thought you used to be. And yeah, dude, the age, like it's maybe people might say like if you go from a beard to like a thing that you know, oh, you look so much younger. But I feel like if you guys look at it, you'll be like, yes, I look younger, but I can see how much older I am because like all the places that should be aren't. They're just, you know, chubbier or a little bit stretched out or I don't know, dude. It's not you're right, Sean. You should be worried. It's not a fun experience. But yeah. I think the reason why is in all those John Wick movies, he's definitely got the goatee, scruffy, like look all over. And I'm pretty sure if I remember, because I watched that trailer, I'm pretty sure in that trailer he is completely clean shaven.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It shocked me because I was like, they would be trying to make him look younger, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what his character is. But he looks like an old, like, you can see the veins through his face. I was just like, oh my God, dude. He looks like a fucking old, like, he looks like, was it Uncle George? Or what's the basketball where it's,
George.
No, fuck. No, who's the NBA basketball guy who dresses up in the like full old man makeup and goes to like all the courts?
Charles Barkley?
No.
Shaq?
Oh my God. Damn
Uncle George, dude. That's the only thing I can get in my head.
What did you say? Uncle George?
No.
George.
No. I thought it was Paul George, but it's not Paul George. It's like some...
Paul George is the player, right?
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
You know...
Yeah, no.
This was 10 years ago. There was like whatever that NBA player was.
There's an NBA player.
And he would... They like dressed him up in like full...
They would dress him up.
Old man, senior citizen...
Was he a retired NBA player?
No, he's still playing.
He was a current NBA player.
Yeah, and he looked like a fucking senior citizen, and he would go to like the courts in Chicago and New York, and they'd be like, "Oh, what's up, old man?" And he would like pretend to be an old man, and then just start fuking dunking on people.
No, I definitely did not see those.
How the fuck do you guys not know about this? I cannot believe this.
Man, I've been so out of touch. Like, dude, even if we're gonna try to like talk about sports, like, dude, I have not been paying attention. I've been trying to slowly catch on up, like remembering that there are like at least one sport going on again, like basketball's back on, but I always forget to.
Uncle Drew.
Okay, so
you don't know what Uncle? You don't. God damn it. Uncle
You're
Drew?
Just like, Uncle Drew! I was so right about the uncle part.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
No, I still don't know what you're talking about, but I'm glad that you were close.
Yeah, you got the uncle.
Wow. Okay, look up Uncle Drew. I can't believe you guys know more just pop culture shit than I do.
Well, you don't even know what this is. Do you know who it is?
It's fucking Kyrie Irving.
Oh, okay, so it's Kyrie.
Okay. Yeah, it's Kyrie.
I never heard of that.
Kyrie is a fucking... Oh, it was a movie.
Well, they also it went to that level. At first, It was like a viral video YouTube kind of like prank, and then it just blew up so much over the years that they turned it into a Hollywood movie.
Oh wait! So it's saying that Uncle Drew started off as a Pepsi commercial.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that could be.
Uncle Chew. It was a Charleston Chew commercial.
Pepsi Max, I guess, was the... Okay, yeah. And then wow.
I'm just saying, you have some pretty entertaining YouTube video situations ahead of you if you've never seen Uncle Drew before?
No, I mean, I guess I'll have to add them to the YouTube.
The YouTube queue.
I guess, yeah, the QTube. Yeah. Man, I do watch a lot of YouTube, but I mean, so I'll have to check out Watchmen. But speaking of HBO, I heard that they're actually going to make a real live action version of The Last of Us.
Fuck, really? Ooh, that would be nice.
So I've never seen it, but I heard it was really good. The people who did the miniseries called Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, the HBO series.
The HBO miniseries. Those are going to be the people who are behind it and doing it.
That sounds serious.
Yeah. No. It's been signed on and
that's tight.
And they're moving forward. Obviously, COVID happened, but that was one of the things that was announced before it happened. So I was just like, okay, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see something like that.
You ready for phase 2?
All right.
Okay.
And I still actually, yeah. You know what? You guys go ahead, spark that. I'll spark this.
Are you ready to talk about fantasy football?
I'm gonna take a piss.
We can talk about a lot of things. I'm gonna spark this thing right now.
All right, I'm gonna spark this J. J2. So kids, if you multiply J2 by A3, you get a 3 by 3 cell. And how many perpendicular cells do you have in the full cell? Well, you got 3 by 3, you got a J3 times an A3. We'll just call that a 9-3. If you divide out the 3, then you got a 9, and it's just a cell. So then you got the 9J cell. And that's your answer, class. Amen.
Yes, sir.
I thought I'd do that for the kids. For COVID, all my COVID kids listening.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, we've been recording for like an hour.
It doesn't even say we've been on for an hour call.
All right. Just think about whatever you said like 50 minutes earlier, and that's on the recording.
Oh, so you just started the recording right at the beginning of the call.
I think we were talking about like
everything's editable.
I'd say there are some.
It is
things.
editable, but we don't have any editors here.
Well, I don't know. I would say there are some things probably that we should.
What should we edit?
I don't know. Whatever. Some of those stories at the beginning.
None of this is going anywhere unless we just start really getting into some fantasy football. Maybe then we would share some of that. But otherwise, this is.
I'll tell you what.
This is for us.
Okay, so I'll say this is what we should do then, because there were still some good little nuggets in there with our little ice cream talk and.
That's not a good nugget.
That little ice cream talk.
I think that is a good nugget, actually. Well, fine. Why don't we just start on up and even try to figure out what even to talk about?
I can tell you what to talk about.
Where do we start, Nick?
I could start us up. Are you ready? All right. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Podcast of 2020. Parentheses. COVID edition. Right here we have Brian Grove in the top corner. Woo! Host number 1. Woo! Followed by opposition. Host number 2, Sean Tartarian. Coming in at host number 2. And I'll be your judge tonight. We got Lurchel, the Lurchel list. Woo! Woo woo! All right. So to mediate, let's start this podcast. I think we had a list. We're going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein is on the list.
The left tackle.
The left tackle Epstein, and I think we'll just say that he opted out with a lot of the other Patriots players. And let's just start. Do we think the season is going to be legitimate with all the Jeffrey Epstein opt-out players? Brian, do you think the season is going to be legit with all the players opting out? And what should we do about these IR slots?
Well, okay, so that question was about fantasy specifically.
Totally, that's all fantasy.
I'm sorry. There was a lot that was said in that all statement.
Okay,
I'm not. So first,
I'll rephrase the question.
All right. First, we'll start things off simple. Epstein didn't kill himself. That's simple, and we just move on. We just move on to the next thing.
It was an inside job. He was not alone.
It was total inside job.
Dude, I don't want this to turn into fucking conspiracy goddamn theory like podcast. I don't want some shady fucking.
Epstein was a mermaid.
Dude, you know what it is?
See, that's the kind of shit you're not supposed to say. Because that's the kind of stuff that actually gets us fucking put into the ground, dude. When we start talking about mermaids, dude, the government, if they are going to want to keep anything under wraps, it is the fucking fish people that they can fucking, like, enslave down in the fucking depths and nobody knows any better.
Dude, you know what I think it is? I think the queen has a pedo ring. She's fucking twiddling all the little twaddles of all her subordinates.
What queen?
That is a recorded quote, right?
The British queen, the queen of all the land.
Do you think the Queen of England is twiddling twaddles?
All the teensters. To your twaddle,
teensters, twiddles, twaddles, tweeting. Except tweeting has different meaning.
She is the queen.
She's tweeting about all the twiddles she's twaddling.
All the vaginas may submit to the queen.
Yep, that's right. Vaginas, queens. When are we supposed to talk about football? Like, there was a football question in there.
I thought that was... No, I'm kidding.
All right.
So, okay. Real football question.
Real football question.
People are opting out. Things are uncertain. Who know? They're not even doing a preseason. So the first, like, live, true, hard-hitting football is going to be real season. There's a lot of things that are going to make fantasy big question right now as far as how far from normal are we actually going to be?
Dude, I mean, I don't even think you can include this season and normal in the same sentence. Like, not even close. This will be something like we've never seen before. I mean, we've seen the ref strike, right? And that was what,
right.
3 games, and we all thought it was the end of the goddamn world. This is the end.
That was a huge deal. That was a huge deal.
This actually is the end of the goddamn world that when we're talking about right now. So, I mean, dude, people opting out. The fact that, just like you said, Sean, the actual first time anybody's actually going to be taking any physical fucking hits to their body probably isn't going to be until September.
Yeah.
No, dude, I don't have very high hopes at all.
I know.
For anything. Like, in all honesty,
how many fucking preseasons? You know, where like the fantasy football conversations and podcasts start coming out, and you start to kind of like build your list, and then week 1, like a big name, torn ACL, first preseason game, you know, and then like third preseason game, another torn ACL, like that shit's gonna be happening in the actual season, by math, because there's no preseason.
For sure. There's going to be so many injuries and IRs. It's going to suck. So many substitutions.
So let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys something. I don't know. I want to put a hypothetical scenario together. And I want to get your guys' opinion to see what you think. So, knowing all these things about the season and the idea that a draft, even if it were to happen, it's probably not going to pan out very well for everybody evenly, especially considering how up in the air everything is.
Right. It's going to make it way tougher.
People just deciding they want to opt out. People actually getting sick. Whole teams could be fucking taken out. It's so crazy. So I would say, with knowing that, a draft is almost completely useless this season. In my opinion, there's no point in doing an actual draft.
Yeah, but that's the funnest part. We're not gonna miss out.
I'm not arguing that it's not the funnest part. I'm just trying to be realistic about if we were actually going to try something this year, what could we try that would actually be realistically fair to everybody?
That's not our choice, though. Whoever won last year gets to choose that shit.
Well, it's all of what, dude. Let's just say. No, well, I would say you're right. I would say it is a tough question. And Nick, not to say I don't agree with you. You're right. Whoever wins does get to decide a lot of it. The league decides whether or not it's going to play. People, and if we get 6 people who are just like, I really don't care about the quality of the season. I still would like to do a draft. I still would like to set my lineup and play and put $100 down. And we have 4 people who are just like, no, fuck that. I have no part of it. We don't have a league anymore. The whole point is keeping the league together. So if we decide
to lower the money for this year,
I mean that's one option, but I think more you have to set up something that seems like a reasonable system for the season, or no one's gonna want to pay any money because it just seems like a crapshoot.
So let's just say this discussion is one of the first of many discussions that all of us, and when I say all of us, I mean the whole league, is gonna have about what we want to do this year. It's obviously, we all know it's a shit show.
Hey,
why?
Animals.
Why? Punch.
All right. Sorry about that.
The audience is
uninterrupted. Obviously,
the audience is riveted. So yeah, this is the first of many discussions that we're going to have about what we want to do with this season, and there are going to be a lot of options. I think that we all should, everybody should be putting options on the table as far as what we think we could possibly do.
Yeah.
One option, or go ahead, Sean.
I am curious to hear your option, but also.
I have lots of options.
If there's a draft, assuming there has to be some kind of draft, you have to pick players at some point, but it would have to be at the latest possible point to try and understand what kind of a season are we truly in for, because I feel like now, early to mid-August, it's going to be things are going to look different in early to mid-September.
Oh yeah, I agree, and there are a lot of other points that you just made that I'd like to revisit in just a sec. So Nick, what was the thing that you said? The one option that you were talking about. You mentioned it earlier. What was it that you said?
The option?
What would you do?
What would you do?
You want me to lower the money?
That's right. That was the first. That was the option that you said. That was like we could lower the money and lower the stakes. So basically we would keep everything normal, is what you're saying. We would have a classic draft like we always have on a date that we set. We would set our lineups up. We'd go through the season, depending on what happened, and if something were to catastrophic happen, like multiple teams were to all of a sudden just be uneligible because there's a COVID flare,
I think we just need to throw in $20, instead of whatever the 100. I think $20 is you prepare to lose kind of thing.
And well, so
reasonable.
And then at what point do we say we can go through the whole season? If there are no interruptions and everything goes smoothly, let's say best case scenario. Well, what do we do in any type of?
Yeah, you can't predict that after you put in your money.
Well, maybe it gets to a point where everything falls apart so much that we're just
that's
this
my
is ridiculous. Question. Everybody take your money back. we're not going to be able to pick a winner out of this shithole.
No, we're just if the only way we're going to do that is if the NFL says, okay, we're not going to finish the season, but if the NFL just finishes the season.
What if it was just Roger Goodell with the football tap dancing in the end zone?
Whoever had the most tap dancing points before that happened.
Yeah, dude, but see, that's the thing, is like, I believe they could totally do something like that. Like, totally absolutely abruptly.
That's why I'm only willing to give $20 away.
But who's gonna strip you of that if the season falls apart? Like, you think that whoever's the commissioner or the money keeper is gonna like just be like, well, fuck y'all paid. I'm not paying you back. I think everybody would pay.
No, I don't think that would happen. I think the one thing everybody would want is everybody would want some just clarity of how the season would work.
So we hire an escrow officer.
Yes, exactly. We bring in a professional. We go ahead and bring in some consultants in on this and see what the best way to go forth. But no, so that's one option that Nick mentioned, lowering the total buy-in so that the stakes are lower, and we would just go with a more or less classic season. Cross our fingers, hope for the best. Right? That's one option.
Wants to do the lineups. And then
that's totally separate. We're just talking about even getting the organization and people putting money forward. If we even get that far, then the commissioner can go ahead and set rules and shit like that, and that's a totally different ball game. But we're talking about just agreeing to put money down and move forward. So that's one option that you were talking about.
Maybe he'll get creative and think of a COVID rule.
That's the thing.
I think we need to take a step back from our league rules, our league histories, our league commissioner, who is who and whatnot, and just think about this as we're all a bunch of friends. We're all kind of equal in this, and do we really have something that we can buy into or not? I mean, it's so hard to say right now.
So I have like I said, I had a couple options that I was thinking of. My first was a gut reaction, and that was just because we're all pissed and the state of things. But my first gut reaction was I didn't want to play. My first gut reaction was I wanted to suspend this season, go on hiatus if they even go through with it and go through this year. I don't think it's going to be a very good year. Right, like for all the reasons we were just talking about.
Yeah.
First time they're even gonna get an actual hit is gonna be the first games. People are opting out. They're gonna be like second, third string, fourth string. I mean, it's like the season, if it goes on, is who knows what's gonna happen. So my first gut reaction, and I think one possible option, is just we don't do anything. We just hiatus the season and we wait for shit to open up and we go back and actually do something in 2021. The other thing I was thinking about, and this kind of goes back to the points that you were making, Sean, about if we were going to do something, that we should try to wait until the last possible minute, because that would be more or less the starting lineup. Mm-hmm. Like those would be the people that would be taking the field. We're not going to get fucked on over because, hey, there's some COVID shit that happened, 2 weeks after we did our draft or anything like that. So this is what I was wondering, if it was even possible. Is it possible for a league to do a daily fantasy setup? Like, you guys remember how so basically when you're talking about a draft, we wouldn't have a draft, but we would have our weekly whatever. I have no idea how daily fantasy really works. And I know that there are a bunch of different ways that a bunch of different ways that people set up their fantasy leagues to do all kinds of crazy things. But my question is, given the state of things and how we know it's all going to, or we don't know how it's all going to shake out, would we be able to each week be able to do kind of a daily fantasy roster? We basically pull all the league, pull from the pool of available players. Maybe somehow we were able to have a draft every single week or something like that. Draft on Wednesday, and then we play with the teams on Saturday. Just some way to maybe possibly ensure that everybody would have players that were guaranteed to possibly play that next day.
Yeah, I think it's a good thought to be having. Like, I don't know if like the traditional thought of how daily works would work with us, because you can't spend that much time to research and draft an entire team every single week. Like, no one would want to do that.
Yeah,
but
so
I think you're right about the idea of it could look different every single week. So if we're doing some kind of weekly format, then we can all have fun.
Yeah, like something that yes, something exactly. That I think that's the whole point. I think the big issue with everybody putting money on down is that if we did a classic format, because there's so many goddamn question marks this whole season, if the season is even going to happen, a draft just does not seem fair because, we're only given with what ESPN is updating, daily. So and even if we were to
multiple top draft picks could be going out, because of unforeseen circumstances, which nobody wants to, be having fun in that world.
No, dude. Imagine if your top 3 or 4 picks end up all just being unavailable, for the rest of the season.
Knocked out because of COVID.
Dude, some bullshit, and it's 2 weeks into the season, and it's just like, well, and there's nobody available on the waiver wire because you're missing whole teams. Like who knows what is actually going to happen? I would say that's the big issue with going forward with the classic format, is that there are too many question marks, and more or less, our structure is not really set up to be very fair in an environment like that, because it's so based on both the draft and then the work you do on the waiver wire.
Right. Yeah.
And I think the waiver wire would be completely pillaged. The draft was basically be the biggest way you put your team together.
Think about the basis of fantasy football is built on trust. It's built that what I'm going to decide in late August is going to dictate if I win a championship 4 to 5 months later. You can't have that same line of thinking this year. It just doesn't make sense to commit to something like that.
Exactly, and I think it'd be a tough pill to swallow. I mean, what were we doing? $100? That was the last buy-in.
Yeah, pretty serious business.
Yeah, that's not something that people are just, oh yeah, I'm okay to just give that away. But if we were to do some sort of a format, let's say we were to shake things up for 1 year. For 1 year, because of the circumstances, it's a special year. Obviously, 2020. It's a very special year. We all know it is. We have a special football season. It's going to be, quote unquote,
special.
Facial. We see what's possible. We were always talking about possibly even switching it on up. We know everybody was almost unanimous voting to get off ESPN. So we get off ESPN.
This is classic 2020 situation. That those things that you always talked about doing. Well, now you're gonna fucking do it because you don't have a choice.
Yeah, no, we don't have a choice. Well, let's do it then.
Yeah.
We will get off ESPN and we will look for. All right, so I'm sorry, not we will. We could get off ESPN and we could look for a format that might be something a little bit different that would work this year, that everybody in the league would agree, hey, this is something that would actually be fair. Maybe it's a daily fantasy type of thing. Maybe it's a weekly setup. Maybe it's I don't know. I mean, I think we would all have to kind of put our heads together and see if we could think of something that would actually work. But I agree. I think if you're putting your lineup together at the last minute, literally game day or like the week of, the week the games are coming together, I think that's, fair for everybody involved. Everybody gets to put somebody in a lineup that's guaranteed to play that week.
So here's what I'm thinking. I don't think we're going to come up with the solution like totally obviously right now.
No,
imagine a scenario where we say, okay, there are 14 weeks or whatever in the regular season, or 15 weeks, however much we want to play, and they're each worth $50. So whoever wins each week is going to get $50. And so how much do we buy in at the beginning of the season is 14 times 50.
Oh, you daily weeks?
Yeah, and we'll just set it up. So like, okay, our money is committed, so that means that the hopefully the 10 of us are connected to doing something together for this football season.
So would it be like you set up like a weekly fantasy roster, and whoever gets the highest score gets $50?
The specifics of how each week is set up is too hard to say right now.
Okay.
I just think I think of the concept of how do we get all of us to commit to something for 15 weeks, because that's what fantasy football is. It's not about week to week. It's about we're all in this together. We're committing to that at the upfront. And so I think just hauling in the money, whether it's $75, $50, whatever it is up front, then at least we're committing to doing something for the entire football season together.
Yeah, I would say we probably all should have some sort of agreement in place just in case things do end up going, I guess, awry this season. People can get testy with fucking money, and we don't want, I'm not going to say any names, but
all right.
I don't know. The money is a tough one.
Derek's not in our league anymore, man. I don't know what you're saying.
There's some people that could easily get tested, and if they don't agree with the way things are shaking out, they may just rebel and demand that they want their money back. That's something I don't think anybody wants to have happen this year, right? That's what we want to avoid. We want, just like Sean said, we want everybody to come to an agreement, be able to put our money down, agree to a format, and move forward with as much of the season as I guess we can get, right?
Well, okay, money aside, let's talk about just general thoughts about what we've seen so far for this season. Not even fantasy structure aside, what have you guys seen that makes you excited that this season might happen? Is there anything?
No, not really. I mean, I was excited for Lamar Jackson because he's gonna have an amazing year, but nothing that any news aside has not made me excited. I think a couple of people got some contracts. Fuck, who were they? I mean, Tom, and all that, the random changes that got me excited.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, dude. There have been some exciting, interesting changes in the NFL that made me excited to see what a season was going to be like, and it got me excited for fantasy football.
Yeah,
but it got me excited for fantasy football the way we know it,
because these trades happened before
COVID. All this, yes.
Yeah.
So the excitement I have for fantasy football right now is gone. It's non-existent, because that's not the season that we're looking forward to. Not the ones that we were seeing in our heads. We were seeing oh, dude, Tom Brady on the Bucs now with that wide receiver lineup and Gronkowski. Holy shit, maybe he's going to prove it wasn't Belichick. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Cam Newton's now on the Patriots. Dude, there were some really interesting
storylines.
I just want to fucking throw some shade towards Tom Brady really quick. I think Tom Brady on Tampa Bay would be Fitz Magic 2.0, just fucking slinging bombs with extra accuracy. So just call him Tom Magic fucking Fitto or whatever.
Okay,
I will call him that.
So for the fun of it, if we're talking about hypotheticals, let's pretend the season is going on like a normal season. COVID's not happening. We're not doing this, away from each other. We all get to be together and be together. Everybody's happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody's happy and healthy. What team were you the most excited about in the off season before everything panned out the way it did?
Out, you son of a bitch.
Panned. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I guess before things really hit the fan, like that was what, March or April.
Well, that's actually what I was excited to talk to you guys about, because I didn't follow. I'm not great about following off-season sports news. Like, I obviously knew about Tom Brady and Gronk going Tampa Bay, but there was other moves.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
right?
there were other news. Dude, there's other drama, dude. Philip fucking left.
Dude. Okay, so are you gonna watch Hard Knocks this year?
Who's it? Oh, is it Chargers?
It's Chargers and Rams.
Oh, no.
Absolutely
not.
You're just gonna conceptualize it?
What? Not conceptualize it, dude. I will never in my fucking life. No child of mine, no friend of mine,
sweet child
no
of
fucking
mine.
relative, dude. Nobody that I know will give that goddamn family any more money. They are going to fucking drown and die.
What?
The Spanos family, the Chargers.
Yes.
Oh man.
They are going to drown and die, and that is it. I will say that on the internet happily.
Because that's what's on that HBO show this year.
Oh.
Yep. And so they got and look, who doesn't get to be on that HBO show? The fucking guy that probably deserves it more than anybody. Dude, hardworking guy, father of like 8, kicked him fucking to the side of the road, couldn't give him an offensive line to fucking save his life. He's a slow fucking duck walking motherfucker. He can't be running away and running from anybody.
So he's just straight up a free agent right
now?
No, dude, he's on the Colts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, on a 1 year, dude, on a 1 year deal.
Yeah, with Marlon
So
Mack.
he is the starting quarterback.
Yeah, dude. Oh, they don't have anybody better than Philip Rivers.
Who the fuck were they playing last year?
Dude, Jacoby Brissett, right?
Brissett, yeah.
Bryce almost said Brisket again. I was trying to think of his name.
Brisket.
Yeah, dude, they were doing him and then one other guy. I couldn't remember his name. They were going back and forth between.
Okay. Yeah.
Mark, was it? No. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, dude. So, I mean, there were a lot of shakeups. There were a lot of people that went to different teams, and a lot of changes that I think I was excited about. I think I was probably most interested to see what happened in Tampa Bay. And I guess vice versa.
Yeah.
Also very interested to see what was going to happen in New England. And I guess see what the sports world was talking about of those things. Because I feel like the media has both a hard-on for Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And this is like the perfect time for the media to have their little basically storylines of, oh, who do we think is better? Oh, we think such and such is better. Like they're just, like the media would just be in overdrive, hypercritical of both situations, and seeing as how both parties think they're like super hot shit, and I really like people who are on top, boil under pressure and
see how they're
crack.
Gonna do.
Yeah, and a lot of them crack, and Belichick I haven't really seen crack too much. He's a pretty scary fucking looking guy. But Tom Brady, dude, that team, like, dude, they had, just like Nick said, they had fucking Fitzpatrick and goddamn, why can I not remember it, dude? I'm blanking
Chris
so
Godwin,
hard.
Mike Evans?
No, I'm trying to think of,
Winston?
yes, Jameis, good old finger looking.
Yeah, Jameis, who is like some miracle worker one game, and then for the next 7 games was just throwing interceptions only.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I played one game with him last year where he threw 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
Dude, when you start a quarterback that plays, and he still got like 30 points.
Yeah.
He threw 5 interceptions, and he's still like, dude. So what that says to me is that the Tampa receiving core is pretty goddamn good.
Dude, yeah, the receiving core is hella good.
Yeah, pretty fucking good. And that's probably the best receiving core, like just straight across the board from, bottom receiver to top receiver. That's probably the best wide receiver crew that Tom Brady has ever had. I know he's had Hall of Famers like Randy Moss, but I don't think he's had this looks like a really standout crew, these guys. And now he's getting Gronk, and they already had that one tight end that nobody could get to go, and he's got that Aaron Hernandez type of body. I'm trying to think of his name.
But
OJ Howard.
Yeah, he was injured all the time.
And they also have Brait, but Tampa Bay has no line. They can't run the ball at all.
What's surprising is if you're gonna have Tom Brady, you have to have a line.
You have to.
You can't.
Well, how many years?
That's what's
how many years? How many years did he sign for?
1.
No, he did not sign a 1-year deal.
He didn't?
No way. No, dude, Tom Brady.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tom Brady. If somebody offered him a 1-year deal, dude, he would fucking whip out his dick and fucking piss on that offer. Be like, yeah, that's what I think about that shit. It's funny. He would turn around and wipe it with his ass.
1 year, dude, $300 million.
That would be the only acceptable option. No, dude, I'm pretty sure he's got to be on a.
He's on a multi-year for sure.
Yeah, he's on a multi-year big deal contract. Dude, you see that deal that they gave to Patrick Mahomes?
Unbelievable.
He's a Super Bowl champion.
So young though.
$400 million champion. I don't think I've ever seen that. They never gave that to Tom Brady. He's got 6.
It was this. He had his rookie year and then last year, and he's getting the biggest contract ever.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm not saying I'm surprised either.
Yeah, no, he's definitely very, very deserving of it. But I mean, they did not want to let him go anywhere, for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's the future.
You are going to die at Chiefs, dude. We will suck before we let you go. We will never win a Super. We will not win a Super Bowl again for another fucking 50 years, or however long. However long it was, as long as we can keep you as quarterback. All right, so.
Okay, so Tampa Bay, obviously huge, and then Cam.
So I was just.
Any other big moves? I
think there were other moves, but I don't know if we want to call them big moves. Yeah. I really think that more or less that was it. Those were the big.
Where did fucking top wideout go? He was on Houston.
Antonio Brown?
No, he was on Houston. Where did he go?
He went to Arizona to be with Kyler Murray.
He did.
Yeah, it was like there was that the most awful fucking trade that anybody had ever heard.
That's gonna be crazy.
It was like David Johnson for fucking DeAndre Hopkins or something like that, and a bunch of draft picks. It's fucking off.
Cardinals.
Nuke is on the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's weird.
So Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitz, dude. Larry Fitz is definitely sticking around now.
He's done.
He's not done, dude.
A couple end zone TDs.
Dude. So I think there are certain types of players that get to a point in their careers where they're just like, is it worth it to me or not? I think the guys who have the Super Bowls, they don't give a fuck. They'll retire and they will take their money and run, dude. Larry Fitz has been on a cheap franchise that. I think they paid him some, but he was the highest paid receiver at some point in time, but I really don't think it was really anywhere close to the kind of money that some of the kids are getting nowadays, right? So I think he's disgruntled and pissed, and I think he wants to fucking at least try to compete. So I would say Larry Fitz has got a couple years left, unless who knows, but this year is the crazy year of all years, so maybe he just ends up saying, no, enough is enough and I'm done. But yeah, dude, there was a lot of things to be excited about before COVID hit. And then after COVID hit, just like Nick said earlier, the more news that's come out, the closer it gets, the more concerned I am. And that's, to me, is not a good sign. And I don't know where everybody is. I don't know if people would just still want to go through it with it or not. But yeah, that's definitely not where I'm falling. I'm concerned enough to the point where I would happily consider, like we talked about, doing a crazy other format. I don't know, another option maybe of lowering the just something other than just going forward and doing it like nothing's happened, because I'm just not excited for this season at all. Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm like hopefully optimistic that even like a full start of the season will happen, because we're far from that still right now. I mean,
dude, we're
there's multiple weeks that need to go by. Just
a month. I think we are just a month away.
Yeah, that's
we're just a month
weeks.
And we haven't even got. So this is why I have so much concerns. We as a league haven't even talked about putting together a draft date. Now we would be drafting this month.
Yeah, this would be the time of the year where it's like, okay, when are we drafting? League rules, buy-ins, all that kind of stuff.
All that
Obviously,
stuff. Everything we'd be talking about. Nobody, and exactly. Dude, so this is where I'm just like, no, dude, I do not have high expectations for this NFL year, and my enthusiasm for fantasy football has all but disappeared. Like there's very, very little of it left, just I guess more or less because I have no idea what's going to happen.
Well, that's just really sad, bro.
Sorry, dude. I'm being honest.
Yeah, why wouldn't you know what's going to happen already?
Yeah, well, I mean, that I would actually love the ability to know. I'm going to go to Vegas and have a really good time. I don't know. So I'm not enthused. I don't know where you guys are sitting on your feelings about this NFL season.
Wait, I feel like I said hopefully optimistic. What about you, Nick?
Yeah, I just, in all honesty, I just want them to start the league, let the Ravens play so they can win the Super Bowl, and just, whoever comes out there, whatever, and just give us the title so we can go home.
Hello, sir. Nick, here's your title.
Nick, let me ask you this. If a third of the league didn't play this year, like the football league, the actual NFL, if a third of the league ended up not playing this year because of one reason or one COVID reason after another, and the Ravens went to the playoffs and then got all the way to the Super Bowl and won,
yeah,
would there be an asterisk on that Super Bowl?
I mean, I don't know. I don't make the banners, bro.
In your mind.
In your mind.
Has there ever been an asterisk when I win at Mario Kart or some other game? No.
In my mind,
no.
All the time, every single time.
My competitors will have asterisks, but no, we'll be dancing up there with our banners, dude.
All right, so you talking about
right there.
All right, you talking about Mario Kart and stuff, but what if nobody else is holding the controller? What if you didn't really beat anybody?
And we're just dancing? We'll take that too. We don't give a shit. Just give us
there won't be any asterisks.
Yeah.
So okay.
Give us the championship and we'll dance. We don't give a shit.
So Lamar can't go up against Tom Brady, can't go up against Mahomes, can't go up against all the fucking top competition. All the top competition in the East. Yeah, Garoppolo well, he's in the East. But all the NFC, sorry, not East, NFC. And all the NFC competition also is gone. Right?
Okay.
And the Ravens just walk over the fucking scrubs, the third and fourth string teams that are around.
If no one's playing, who are you playing? Like Keanu Reeves and his friends? Like,
no, dude, they actually would show on up and do something. Like they would have a little bit of a chance.
That would not be good for you.
They would bring their guns.
Yeah, dude, they would bring their top fucking dogs.
What kind of football game is this? No guns?
Dude, we got John Wick at quarterback. What are you talking about? No guns.
Catch the bullet.
That's his name. Guns, lots of guns.
You should have punted my dog.
The fact that movie is only about that is so fucking shocking to me. A movie that entertaining was literally... Somebody told me the premise. What's the premise? Yeah, dude, somebody fucks with Keanu's dog. Wait, what? That's it. That's the whole movie, bro. They fuck
Say
with
no
his
more.
dog.
I get the X rating.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so what happens? What the fuck do you think happens, dude? Keanu kills everybody. Well, all right. So,
All right. Yes. So yes, we would accept the trophy.
okay.
Right back to that.
I believe it.
But yeah, I mean, for the season, I think we'll just go how it is right now, and we'll see what happens. And I personally am not opposed to weekly formats either. So,
I mean, I think I would hope that some people who maybe are a little bit more familiar with that kind of stuff would pop on up and give some possibilities as to what could be like fair, what's something that we could do from like a week to week basis that would be realistic. I don't know. I have no idea. And what the structure
what
would
if
be.
there's a those daily fantasy leagues like DraftKings and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
What if there's that, but we're allowed to create a 10-team private DraftKings, situation. So it's
Well,
just
then
whoever personally drafts the best draft wins the money. We have first place and second place.
Yeah, no, that's also a possibility. One of the other things I was thinking about that when you mentioned that, what is the not daily? What's the other football one? It's like office pools can do. Pick'ems? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, weekly pick'ems.
Weekly pick'ems. That's also a format as well as daily, isn't it?
Well, it's a team. It's a team thing. It's not a player thing.
Really
No. I meant as something that you could do as a group.
Yeah, that would definitely be a group thing still, for sure. You could have a pick'em league.
Okay, so I guess there are a lot of possibilities if we all wanted to try to do something. If we could do some sort of like a 10-person daily fantasy league where we could somehow keep track of all the weekly wins or something like that, or like, I don't know, to be able to you know what the problem is? I don't follow, or it's not I follow. I don't put enough research into actually how these websites work.
Yeah, I feel like we've got folks like we've got the Chris's, we've got the John Glasgow's, we've got the Nates of the world that seem to really be on top of this shit.
That's where I would kind of lean a little bit those directions because I'm not really sure what's out there. I feel the only thing I've really been exposed to is either ESPN or Yahoo, and I don't think either of those give us a lot of freedom.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we're not here to be fucking scientists and world predictors about this stuff.
It'd just be nice to do something together and something fun that we could all enjoy and keep going. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely a good conversation, or a good conversation to be had. But fuck, we got to get that going, or got to get it going soon because
this is the call to the league
to get something.
Are you down to be involved and just figure some shit out? I don't know. This is also interesting. I think in that 2020 fantasy football is going to be like a year like another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
there's something interesting about, I don't know, just kind of being the Wild Wild West all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I would love to hear how everybody feels, kind of like, or anybody's ideas as to how to move forward, or lack thereof,
let's get some
or not.
ideas. Like,
let's call Misha right now. I'm just kidding.
Let's call him.
Papa Mish.
Misha, hello, are you there? Yes, this is Misha. Misha, what are you doing? What do you think about that? What do you think about the league, Misha? Okay.
Yes, it's a league.
Yes. We're we're gonna play some foot. Okay, Misha. We just wanted to know about the league. Calm down. Yes, this is Misha.
Misha, they're saying that you're like a dog, and also I'm not sure what that voice was. Like the old nanny, like the old like housekeeping.
You want meat on pillow?
All right. Well, now that we've heard from him, I think
You want me to jerk you off?
Wait, Nick, what else was on that list that John sent? You had the Epstein thing. We got that out of the way.
Yeah, what else was on that?
Oh yeah, I don't think I have that. It's not the right phone. It's too new. Too new.
Too new. What kind of? Is that a new iPhone?
Yeah, it's the iPhone Android 6.7. Oh, it's an iPhone. You know it is, Brian, until you convert.
It's gonna be a long time.
Join the light side.
The light side. Oh my god. Apple, the light side. That's I don't have anything clever to say. I think that's just evil.
I know, seriously. Very,
Here we go.
very bad sounding and ill-timed.
God, it took me forever to find our thread. Okay, so here we go. The last conversation. All right. AB retirement.
Antonio
Because
Brown?
of all that fucking shit with Antonio Brown. Like, it was just getting worse and worse and worse for him. Do you guys remember all that shit?
I'm
It's
pretty
a
sure
long
he's
time
done.
ago.
Yeah, he's done.
That's
now.
the last thing we talked about in the whole fucking group thread?
No. This was I'm looking at John Glasgow's on the docket for the off-season podcast.
Oh, gotcha.
Antonio Brown is definitely retired. There's no way he's coming back now. Especially
There's
with
not
COVID.
Dude, well, not even with COVID, dude. There's not a single fucking owner, I think, that would sign that fucker. Like, not a single one, dude. That guy is loon tune.
Yeah, in a fucking world of uncertainty, let's bring more uncertainty into it.
Yeah.
Let's bring Antonio Brown in. That sounds like it'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
AB 2020, said no one.
Yeah, I think, dude, all that shit with the, all those videos. Oh, man, dude. Yeah, he's done. Snyder and Epstein.
Who's Snyder?
That's Redskins. Well, obviously we know Redskins
Right.
obviously
The
are
football
no
team.
longer, so we can't even be saying that no more.
They're the Washington football team.
Is that what they came out with?
I think so.
That's what it is, yeah.
Is that what they're the Washington football team?
Washington football team.
I don't give a fuck. We'll just be whatever.
So what is their mascot?
Ooh.
The capital of Washington?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have a mascot at this point.
The Lincoln
Wow.
Monument with balls.
Dude.
Yeah.
So Dan Snyder is the mascot of the Washington Redskins. That's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Well, I keep saying Washington Redskins, dude. That guy's skin is so red
Oof.
because of how embarrassed he is from owning that
The
dog
football
shit
team.
franchise.
The blood is
Yeah.
on your hands.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so prostitution ring.
More? Robert
Well,
Kraft?
I mean, that was the first thing that came to my mind. It was the whole shit with Robert Kraft, but I don't think that's what John's referring to.
Damn it. See, John knows more than we
You know what I know what he's referring to?
His
What?
personal life.
He's referring to fucking Donald Trump is fucking fingering girls and fucking sending them over the fence.
Wait, didn't you say earlier that the fucking Queen of England was fingering girls and tweeting
Yes.
twaddles?
Dude, that is what it all is. The Queen of England, the pedophile ring.
So is it
got Harry? And
Is it Trump
Horford
or
and
is
all
it
of
the
them.
Queen? Is
Al
it Trump or
Horford?
is it the Queen of England? Which one is it? It can't be both.
Donald Trump is fingering the Queen of England.
I'm glad we got the story
Constantly.
straight. Okay, so I think what John's referring to is the fact that both Sapp and Kraft got arrested.
Who's okay? Yeah, from Florida.
Yeah, but that was back in. When was that? It was like back in 2015.
What?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is back in 2015. So I don't know prostitution ring other than Kraft. That's the only thing that
Tom Brady was in.
This is just John's prank. He's getting you to Google prostitution ring and putting you on the map.
Seriously.
Gotcha, bitch.
The way I typed in was actually NFL prostitution ring, but
It was Brian Grohl.
I was planning an NFL prostitution ring from the very beginning. The whole time. The J.J. Watt American flag thing. Oh, fuck, what was that? I do remember something about that, but
that means that
I can't remember that story.
For the American flag, I think.
What was it?
He put out an American flag statement. He said, like, we don't give a shit about the American flag.
God, let me see.
We're gonna kneel because we want to.
June 13th. J.J. Watt says taking a knee isn't about the American flag.
That's what I said.
Seems like a fair story.
Okay, so it was something. I guess it was some bicker back and forth between him and Breeze.
Yeah, it's some stupid shit.
Yeah,
who gives a fuck about that shit?
All right, and then John said the thong scandal, which I have no.
The thong to dong tong tong.
Cisco?
Which thong scandal is he talking about?
I have no idea. I don't even know. All right, I will type it into Google. We'll see. So earlier it was the NFL prostitution ring. Now it is the NFL thong scandal. All right, let's see. Yeah, that does not come up with anything.
Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the NFL. Maybe there's just a thong scandal.
I've never heard of any thong scandals. So John will have to fill me in on that one.
It's just him and his wife.
And Nate says he wants us to add players most likely to get corona. Everybody, I guess.
Everyone on the New York Jets.
Anybody on? I don't have. Yeah.
Anyone on the Fudge Packers?
Fudge Packers. Is that what the new Redskins name is? Not football team. It's Fudge Packers.
No, they already had a Fudge Packers.
Who's the Fudge Packers?
The Cheeseheads.
The Cheeseheads are the Fudge Packers. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Steelers too.
Well, we all know that.
And aren't you not supposed to say stuff like Fudge Packers? Isn't that itself like a mean term?
What are you saying? I'm mean?
Is that what you're saying, Nick?
That I'm a mean person?
You're a mean person. That maybe we should be talking about you on this list. Nick is the meanest person.
Calling everybody a Fudge Packer?
How would you disprove that you're not the meanest person?
I would say you don't pack that much fudge.
Ooh.
That would say something. You don't pack as much fudge as others.
Fill your fudge.
Holy
powder
shit!
boy.
He said that.
Powder boy.
That's not even real fudge. It's powdered fudge, bitch.
So Nate did ask us to do the Mahomes contract, which we did actually talk about. Remembering the butt fumble. I don't know why that needs to be remembered. I mean, I guess Sanchez.
Pour some beer out.
It's nice to remember it.
We'll pour beer out.
I guess, yeah, for what was Sanchez.
He was a real girl getter back in the day. I heard got a lot of girls.
Oh, and then so then the next word after a little conversation back and forth from everybody was that Chris sent out a TMZ article from July 21st, they originally claimed that 95 NFL players tested positive for coronavirus. Over the past 4 months, the NFLPA updated its website with a different and significantly lower number of positive cases to 59. So let's just say it's disputed. But that's the last thing that Chris sent. A bunch of players already have COVID. We know a bunch of players are opting out. Yeah, dude, I don't think there's been all that much like crazy news since the world lost its mind. So
it just seems like the NFL is just gonna say we're gonna do everything in our power to make a season go.
Oh, I know that's
just
true.
Gonna be alternating, mutating every week.
See, that is probably if there was a big motivator for why I don't want to play this year, is that I think that statement you just said is 100% true. I think no matter what, the NFL will find some way to put something out on the field.
Week 16, Tom Brady playing catch with himself.
Yeah, dude, exactly. No, some fucking garbage. And I just don't want to subscribe to that, dude. I don't give a shit about their TV contracts. I really don't care. I guess I'm in a rebellious state, and I'm not excited, and I'm worried about something like that happening. That literally, no matter what, they'll put some garbage out in the field and expect everybody to swallow it.
No, you're right. So here's the question for this year: how do we keep the league together if there's no, regular NFL season?
Just postpone.
I think that's probably a potentially very good answer.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one option out of several, right? And that's why I would be very excited to hear what other people think and maybe some different ideas, like because I think everybody wants to do something because everybody enjoys doing this fantasy thing together. We all enjoy playing these games together. We all enjoy talking smack to each other. It's a great way for all of us to get back in touch with each other every particular part of the year. It gives us something to look forward to. So if we could figure out a way to do that, that would be fair. Nobody felt like they were being dicked over for, by circumstance or because of the way things were set up. If everybody was cool with it, I think everybody would do it. But I think everybody would have to agree on what that would be and how it would look. And that's why I guess we need a lot of stuff. And that's why I say if we can't come to a decision, I don't think anybody is upset with the league to where they want to quit. I think if football was regular this year, just like we said earlier, I would be super excited because there was a whole bunch of changes that happened this last offseason, and it would be exciting to see what the new real regular football season. So I would say if it was regular, everybody would be there. So if worse comes to worse and we can't decide on something, I don't think it's a horrible thing that we just go ahead in 2020, we skip, and we all come back ready for 2021 when it would be.
Well, but what if we have to skip 2021? Then we
dude,
don't even know who we are.
Dude, I would say if they are skipping football by 2021, dude, we are all in really fucking big trouble. All right,
we're just out of jobs. So
yeah, we probably wouldn't be talking so much about.
That's what I mean, dude. We'll be lucky if we have power and fresh water. Like, I mean, if we're still dealing with like this severe shit right now, and the economy is tumbling and rolling, kind of like it is. People aren't working, dude. It's not a good time right now. And not only that, people are getting sick and dying. Dude, nothing is good right now. So that's why it's like, dude, I like when we keep these podcasts like bright and cheery. But yeah, dude, there's no walking around that 2020 really sucks and is really scary and is just like Sean said earlier, completely unpredictable. Like there's no way we could predict how anything is going to shake out. So that's why I don't have the optimism for this season. I'd be willing to do something, if we thought something that was fair. And I agree with you, Nick. I think lowering the amount that we would pay for this year, I think that would also go a long way to get people more comfortable to do something. There's no way in hell I'm putting $100 in to doing a regular season this year. Like, no fucking way in hell. Like, dude, if you guys want to do that, that's totally cool. But I would skip a year because that's too much money. $20 or $50, or if we find something different, like, I think there are a lot of options. There's a lot of possibilities. We take a year off, come back when it comes back. Who knows? I think it's obviously up to the league how we go about this year. And then once we go about it, I would say that also, now that I'm thinking about it, the whole thing with the commissioner thing, I think that should be, that no matter what, should be postponed a year. Yeah. Because I actually think that, I mean, and if Will has something to say, I think we could all talk about it. But I personally think that should be reserved for a regular football season, where he can set up a league that is going to have, if he wanted to do 2 quarterbacks, well, we know every single fucking quarterback that's worth having is going to be playing. You know, nobody's opting out.
Well, let me ask you this.
No, because then someone's going to win this year, and they'll be like, "When's my year?"
Do you want to be commissioner in 2020? I don't.
Nobody would want to be commissioner in 2020.
If you just get, you get what year you get.
No. It's not you get what year you get, because this is not a year.
It's whatever.
What I'm saying, you're right. If it's a regular, we assume going from year to year, everything is going to be normal. We assume the fucking sky is going to be blue, and everybody's going to be able to go to work, and there's not a fucking giant contagious virus going around, like killing everybody. But that's not what's happening this year, So it's not a regular year. It's not just an every year you get what you get. It's completely unfair to Will. This is not the year that we told him that he would be able to, like, this is not the way we sold it to him. He was going to get a full year with a regular season. This is not going to be a regular season. This is going to be $2020 COVID season. That's why I say postpone it a year for when it's regular. Then Will gets to be commissioner on a regular full year where he can set up exactly the way he wanted without any asterisks. Because, Will, by the way, sorry, this year, you're going to have a restricted way to do it because we're going to be playing it weekly, or we're going to be doing daily fantasy. So you can't really set any goals.
If we don't do anything this year. If we do something, then the winner of this year would be like, well, when do I get to do something?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so either. I think that this year, because it is a question mark year, I think everybody can walk into agreement saying that if we, agree to proceed with something that we throw money in, some sort of competition with the 10 of us, if we do decide to do something like that, that the winner will be the winner, and second place will be second place, third place will be third place. We're not that's how it would be. But there won't be a carryover into next year, because this is not a regular season. This is the one-off season. So whoever wins this year, hey, you won. Congratulations. You didn't win a regular type of season, so you don't get to host a regular type of season.
Yeah, or congratulations, you won 2020. Literally no one else did.
Yeah. So let's say this, Nick. We do 2020 season. It's a fucked up season. Totally weird rules. Totally weird fucked up situation. And Joey wins.
Negates everything he's done to this point.
Okay. We say none of your trophies are valid now.
Yeah, that's exactly. Because you got the 2020 year, everything that you've done before, you've never beaten us. Those 6 or 7, however many times he's fucking won it.
Everything goes to 0 to 0.
Yeah, your new name is now Joseph. Joseph
okay.
Marine.
You've leveled up from Joey to Joseph.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think...
What if 2021 is the same shit, though? We can't delay it forever. You'd really fuck it up.
Is it bad? Is that bad?
Yeah, because no one's going to be playing Post-its for like 2 years in a row. Whatever year you get, that's the year you fucking win. And you get the shit year, you get the shit year.
No, but that's not. We don't play fantasy football because we have to. We play because we want to.
Well,
exactly.
That's maybe for your choice, but
nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying that you absolutely have to play. That's why I feel no pressure that I will put money down, right? Because this is not a regular year. And if 2021 was in the same situation, I would feel the same way in 2021. I don't want to play a fucked up season. And if we do play a fucked up season, I think we should probably rethink the way we play. I don't think anybody is in bad contention with anybody else. I think everybody are really good friends with everybody else. And regardless if we all played fantasy football or not, I think we would all agree, hey, looks like the skies have cleared. There's no more COVID. It's 2030.
Phil and I have a pretty big beef that we would throw down fisticuffs, I think.
Okay. All right. That's
just kidding.
What's
the one. I don't think there would be a problem. I don't think there would be a problem if we skipped a couple of years, Nick, if that's what you're saying.
Are you
or
serious?
if we were
We're just gonna skip years.
This is a time capsule episode.
Yeah, this year never happened.
Yeah, never happened. No, I think everybody's good friends and enjoys playing enough that, you know, if it was regular and it was just like we could all come out of the ground and, you know, see the sunshine again, we'd all be like, oh, let's fucking play fantasy football. It's going to be normal again. Let's have a regular draft. Let's do it like we normally do. Let's actually have a live draft. And we could do it because, like, there wouldn't be any COVID. We could actually all, like, get together and no mask, and it would be regular and happy. That's the dream I have. That's what I want more than anything, is the live draft with all you guys drinking together, doing the board, doing all that fun stuff. That's the ultimate goal, the ultimate dream. We know obviously cannot happen this year, possibly will not happen next year, but I still want to make it happen. I still want to try for it. Yeah, I still want to try for it. So that means that from me, at least what I'm trying to say, Nick, is that from me, because that's my ultimate wish, I don't have a problem with taking 1 year off, a 2020 year, and then coming back.
Now, dude, in 5 years, you're going to be dead, fool. We're going to come to your grave and be like, let's say a prayer for Brian.
Oh, my God.
He wished that we'd all get together, but we're getting
I'm
together now.
I'm gonna knock on wood that I'm gonna be there in 10 years, and I'm gonna be pissing on your fucking doorstep, and I'm gonna go please. I'm alive, motherfucker, and here, I'm gonna take this piss, and I'm gonna spell all that out, and I'm gonna fucking take a shit right over it like
You're gonna have to do that in front of my barking dogs.
Oh, dude, they're gonna be like, rough, Nick, look what he's doing. He's defacing your property. Oh, God, it's so disgusting.
They tell me that all the time, actually.
I believe it. So we'll see what happens. I would like there to be football. I would like it to be regular. It's not going to be this year. So that's why I would say we throw it out to the league. What should we do this year? How should we proceed? See what people say. A lot's happened in the last couple months. You know, we're already in August, right? Shit has not looked better. It's only started to look worse. So what is going to happen? I would say the only slightly positivity going on is basketball is actually trying to go through. Ratings are horrible, but it's still actually going. And for the most part, I believe every player is healthy. So, hey, who knows what happens? Maybe in a couple months, maybe a vaccine comes around. Maybe we all get really, really lucky. But, dude, I would say it's a big shit show mystery right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, throw it out there, see what people want to do. I mean, yeah, you're right. There's got to be some people in the league that have some ideas about possibly some different formats. And what if we were to do just some sort of like a daily setup? What if we were to do just some sort of a pick'em? I would be okay with doing something different for 1 year. We're still doing something together. Maybe we still be putting a little bit of money together. Maybe a pick'em would be much more fair than doing a regular fantasy football scenario. Maybe doing a daily fantasy draft, or sorry, not draft, but a daily fantasy league would be a fairer scenario. Like, I don't know. I think that's something we have to put out to the people who know a little bit better. But I'm always willing to play with everybody if we can find something that we think everybody would be cool with.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing that makes it the most fun. Is I just want to do something that interacts with these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if anybody could come up with some good ideas, I would say that would be a good thing. I don't know. Maybe we. So one of the things I've been wondering about is if everybody, what kind of apps everybody uses. I know we've been just kind of going in the text thread like all the time, and that pretty much is the place where we've had most of our discussions. But if we're going to be looking for a different type of website, a different type of format, I don't know. Does anybody have Sean? Do you use Discord?
I have used it.
Okay, have used it.
Yeah, as a group, kind of a group messaging situation.
Okay. One of the things I was wondering is if there were anybody in the league that did have Discord, we could create a league server and just be able to share a whole bunch of links with each other of the different types of websites that we found or the options that we thought might possibly work for this year if we actually did want to try something. I could easily set something like that on up. I know Chris, there was one website that he mentioned that him and his league were using. Can't remember what it was called. So, yeah. Wait, what?
Someone's gonna get their dinner.
Yeah, the cat.
Well, obviously Brian's a blacksmith family.
Well, hey, you know what? I don't talk about all the fucking the different woodworking and
Smelt you, motherfucker.
Yeah, the forge is somewhere in the back. I don't
Yeah, I believe it.
But we can get that later. Man, now I can't not hear that. Jesus.
Okay.
People working.
Hey, you know what? It's a busy fucking business, all right? There's a lot of fucking shit that needs to get pounded off.
When you live on the railroad, you deal with the railroad.
Surprised I don't hear no singing. Come on, Dad. Get out there and sing. I've been working on the railroad. Shit. Well.
All right. Well, we hear you. I hear you.
No, I'm a bunch of sour grapes, just because there's no good TV shows, there's no good movies, there's no good nothing happening right now. It's boring. Everybody is stuck inside. Nobody can party. Nobody can do anything, any of the things they want to do. Everybody is sourpuss.
Yeah.
I'm super sourpuss.
Yeah. Sourpuss with an ice cream in the fridge.
Oh, you guys, I forgot about the ice cream. Yep, I'm going to need to go grab that. That actually sounds excellent. But even still, like, I think we've got some good discussion things that we kind of went into to talk about.
We need more commentary.
Like, what kind of commentary?
We need to see what Will thinks.
It would be nice to have people to just pull in, like, well, we have Will here on speed dial. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm on the toilet.
Well, that's, we were able to get a lot of people over the last couple of years that do these little podcasts on Skype.
We'll just keep it going.
I'd like to try. So we could try to, I guess, as the season gets a little closer and we come into some sort of decision about what's going on, I think we could try to do something, but yeah, we need to get together as the big group and get this thread going and really get the discussion happening, because I mean, we're talking weeks. First game is what, September 6th, September 7th, something like that.
Yeah.
If it's going to happen. So I mean, yeah, because we're going to get to the point where we've got to the first week and nobody's done anything, So
I hope it wouldn't come to that.
Well, if it comes to that, then yeah, we skip the season, no worries. But if we can try to do something, I say we try to do something and see what everybody thinks and see where we can go.
Yeah, I think we're gonna figure out something based on all the people we have in here.
I honestly think the NFL is just going to cancel it and we won't have to do anything.
Well, that's when this whole 2-hour fucking discussion just becomes completely moot, doesn't it?
That's when our future next 15 podcasts are going to get very confusing.
Well, so okay, let me ask you guys. It's just to throw it out there, since the whole topic kind of thing actually was kind of helpful as far as something to talk about. Let's say we were to do a podcast not about fantasy football, because there was no fantasy football. What would you guys want to talk about?